You know, most of the time we get Brendan Schaub's special redact. And on that very rare occasion, charitable Bapa comes back. The giving man, who doesn't want any credit. He does it behind the scenes. Well, of course, unless a camera's on. And he knows it's going to be posted somewhere on social media, which he never uses. Well, that's what he claimed. Because when Bapa gives, it's not that special of a thing. Check this out.
Just doing interviews with Joshua, and, you know, I'm a dad, and he was saying his wife and kids, you know, I get it. He got emotional about his kids and wife not being able to see him, so I don't think this is that special of a thing. So I just said, I got you. You know, so his wife and kids, when I was fighting, I wish my wife and kids could have saw me fight, you know, so it's the least I can do.
He said, if you really want your wife and kids here, he'll fly y'all out. And so, like, you just get your bags packed and do what you got to do. Just be ready, find a flight, and bring the car, it don't matter. I know I'm invincible with y'all here, and I need y'all in the crowd, and it'll mean a lot to me. And I really was super unexpected, and I know it is for you too, but let's make it happen. It just means so much to me, man.
Yep, that's right. Not a big deal. But make sure you film me talking about it and post it online. Cheers. Quick, someone play Tiny Dancer in the background. And I guarantee you, once Brendan sees the price on the tickets, when they book first class, oh, he'll ghost them. After he heard, get a car, Bapa regretted making an offer. Make sure it's a clapped out Prius. Brendan the giver. It don't count unless the cameras are rolling, B. A very few of you, I'm talking a few of you, are probably saying it's charitable, Bapa. We love him. Look, Brendan wouldn't give this kid a dime if he couldn't tell everyone about it. Him saying, oh, it's not a big deal. What, that he had to make a video and big deal about it? This effing guy, man, this effing guy. Schaub can just picture the headlines already. Ex-UFC fighter who flipped his truck pays for struggling fighter's family to come watch his fight. I guess Brendan's trying to ride that viral moment while he can, because he wants everyone to think he did this grand charitable gesture while crippled from his rack. The dude's a beast of a PR man. Now, if the fighter would have done his post-fight interview and been like, hey, you know, guys, this cool thing just happened. Brendan Schaub paid for my family to be here. He actually paid for their flights for us to be here together. You see, now that would have been cool. But for Brendan to post himself to social media, that's pathetic. But what else do you expect from Bapa? And we all know that Schaub will leave them stranded without a hotel or a way to get a flight back to their home, because he's the nicest of guys. Some say the nicest. I guess Thick Boy Studio PR team are hard at work, especially lately. They gotta save that sinking ship in any facet. And of course, it's all for clout. It's simply embarrassing. Oh, Brendan, how did Simple Georgie's surgery go, eh? Oh yeah, that was all talk, remember? And then you fired him on Christmas. Get the F out of here, daddy. And now his best friend Bryan Callen, Mr. Rinks himself, praises Brendan Schaub for this very special moment of being charitable. Let's check that out now.
Bare Knuckle MMA. Gamebred Productions. How was that? First of all, I'd like to commend you on quietly paying for that guy's family. I can just see you doing it.
We have the video.
Can't say that to Brendan.
We have the video. Can we play it?
I wish more people knew this. This is very important. How many people Brendan has done this for? Like how much fucking money Brendan has spent on people he doesn't know. And so that is this thing that you never talk about, and it's so ridiculous. But this didn't surprise me that you did this. But you didn't post this either. Somebody's like, he didn't post it. He would never have posted this.
Brendan didn't even know about it. I literally had to message him and say, I saw this.
I know. Good for you, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
You flew him in. Did he win in front of his family?
Here's the thing. So he lost by submission the second round, had a good outcome.
Right.
I met the family afterwards. Everyone was fine.
If you're going to lose, great to have your family there.
Okay, so current events, I don't want to embarrass you. You kind of touched on this fighter earlier, but I saw this pop up in my feed from Gamebred FC, and let me just play it real quick. You apparently paid for a fighter's family to join him, which I thought was super awesome.
And, you know, I'm a dad, and he was saying his wife and kids, you know, I get it. He got emotional about his kids and wife not being able to see him, so I don't think this is that special of a thing. So I just said, I got you. You know, so his wife and kids, when I was fighting, I wish my wife and kids could have saw me fight, you know, so It's the least I can do.
He said,
Oh boy, this is getting so embarrassing. It's actually insane. The dude did it in front of a camera crew, but that wasn't enough. Brendan has to also make it a segment on every single one of his shows. But whoa, that's not enough either. Bapa has to get his employees to pretend they're bringing it up organically on a podcast that nobody watches. Yeah, the Fighter and the Kid podcast. All while bragging about how humble he is. This effing guy, man. You can't make this shit up. Oh, and by the way, it was also talked about during that Fighters walkout. Never miss an opportunity, Brendan Schaub 2024. And it's not the first time either. Bryan Callen has brought it up loads of times before. How nice a guy he is and how many people he helps. But nobody knows, so nobody talks about it. While at the same time not being able to shut the F up about it. Bryan Callen is nothing but a Brendan Schaub dig writer. And that might be the most unlikable thing about Rinks. Bryan Callen sitting there, oh, Brendan never talks about it. Look, Rinks, he bought 2 plane tickets that probably cost under $500 and hasn't stopped talking about it since. He also hasn't stopped talking about how he never talks about it. The irony is unreal. What are we doing here? It's also just humiliating for the guy to stick a camera in his face. If Brendan wanted marketing advice, he would say and post nothing at all. Not have his sycophants bring it up. The story would surely still get out, or with the next guy, and the others would come forward as well. There would literally be stories in the MMA community of Brendan Schaub doing selfless good deeds without showering himself with praise. And then Bapa would be hailed as a great dude. But this right here is just pathetic. Look at me, touched by his wife and kids not being there, and I can relate so hard because I am a beast of a dad. Good people that do good things don't have to constantly remind everyone in order to receive praise. Brendan doing the good thing and humbly bragging about it seems so much cheaper because he alone did it to get something out of it for himself. And it's funny how the term is quietly paid. Quietly paid? Let's see. This will be in the 4th filming of The Good Deed. Hell, we need a director's cut at this point. It's all so quiet that I knew about it despite not watching the podcast. I just grabbed clips from some of the homeless cats over at the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. If it wasn't for them, then I'd be suffering for hours watching Bapa and Rinks talk about nothing at all. I mean, Christ, Brendan Schaub's milking the shit out of this. But don't forget, quietly though. Maybe because the truck flip is losing steam now. So of course, Brendan, like Bapa fashion, is on to the next viral stunt attempt. And by the way, the boy, the fighter there, he lost. Why is this? Because of the curse of Bapa. The curse of Brendan Schaub continues and is undefeated. Oh, and never forget Brendan Schaub halting the momentum of Ray Borg's fundraiser for his incredibly ill son by pretending he was going to cover the exorbitant bills is probably my all-time Brendan Schaub is a stupid piece of shit moment. No debating it. Most damaging, shameless piece of shit thing he has ever done. And trust me, he's done a lot. And have you all noticed the only time Brendan doesn't interrupt Bryan Callen is when he's telling people how much of a good a guy he is. Schaub is like the new young generation version of Steven Seagal. He looks like him too. Anyhow, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below because honestly, that's all that matters, even though we don't matter. But hey, do me a big favor, guys. Hit that subscribe and like button on your way out, please. Also, push the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. And I really appreciate all of you for watching. Thank you for all the comments. It's really, really, really nice of you guys and girls. So keep it up, man. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching. But I'll see all of you in the next video.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.